My name's Sonny Hawkins. I'm an enterprise account executive. I've been in the telecom industry for the past 3 years. When I first started in the telecom industry, I went into a big welcome meeting and one of the reps brought up that they were using Veloxy in another market. So I just trialed it myself. And that's when the Veloxy support team called me that day and said, hey, we noticed you're a new user. And they gave me a walkthrough of the app and told me the ins and outs of it. And from then on, I've used it ever since. So for me, I do a lot of door-to-door sales with telecommunications here in Houston, but some of my prospecting isn't door-to-door. It'll do via phone calls or emails. And from that, it's constant contact, whether emails or phone calls back and forth to customers, and then obviously I've got to track them as well. Salesforce and Veloxy partner really well together, and Veloxy pulls out a lot of the pertinent information that you need to put into Salesforce and puts it at your fingertips via your cell phone or your iPad, so that way you don't have to log into your computer, carry around your laptop. Veloxy helps me track all of my communications and log all of my communications into our CRM Salesforce. So I can go back through and I can modify my contact information, or if I need to keep track of a conversation and set reminders of when I need to call someone back, and then it'll help me further that conversation, remind me of what we spoke about the last time and next steps in that deal. Veloxy's been really good for me to help track emails when they're opened, so I can see when an email was opened and where it was opened, and even goes down to what kind of device it was opened on. So that helps me land the deal, because I can go back and contact the customer after they've opened an email, or if they've opened it multiple times, I know they're really interested, and we can further the conversation from that particular email. Veloxy helps me add prospects in a much faster manner. Normally when I'm adding prospects into Salesforce, it takes me between 4 and 5 minutes per prospect to get all the information in, their contact information, company name, things of that nature. Veloxy, with their geotagging mechanism, it helps me get the information into Salesforce in about 30 to 45 seconds per prospect. So when I'm out in the field and I've got 30 to 40 door knocks every single day, that drastically reduces the time that I'm on my computer. So now I don't have to go back in, open up my laptop, log into Salesforce, and then put all that information in. Veloxy logs calls into Salesforce. If I make a call from my cell phone through the app in Veloxy, it logs it in real time. That way I can see when I called, what number I called, and how long the call was. And then I can put in a reminder for future 2-3 weeks down the line, and I can put in my notes exactly what I want to say to the prospect. And then I get the reminder, hey, you've got this task to do today, and I can complete that task and move the deal forward. Veloxy has integrated intelligence. When the customer calls me from the number that's already listed in Salesforce, it pops up on my caller ID on my cell phone, so I know who is calling me. So if I miss a call, I know it came from ABC company, or I can answer the call and pretend like I know exactly who's calling me because it's on my caller ID. I do know who exactly is calling me. Veloxy has an email template setting to where I can go in, put in what email templates I want to create, and I can label each email template whatever name I want them to be. And then as I go into each prospect or opportunity or account, I can send an email from that account using an email template, and it'll customize using the prospect's first name, so it looks customized. Real-time location-based prospecting is when I can go down the street and I put in my geolocation into the app, and it pulls up all the buildings around and gives me a map of where these businesses are. So then I can walk to each building, click on the dot in the geolocation in the map, and then it pulls up all the information for that company, phone number, address. All I need to do is add in the name and the email and hit save, and now I've got a prospect, and then I can action items in there, whether I want to log in a door knocking, or I want to log in a call, or if I just want to call directly from the app right then and there. I couldn't imagine doing my job without Veloxy. It's one of the most important tools I use on a daily basis to put in all the information I need and get back to selling.